Start game now. Hey look, it's a bird that walks like a man. Hey look, it's a man that's riding on a bird. That looks like he's posing or something. Yep, today we're going to look at Joust for your Nintendo Entertainment System, the classic arcade hit brought to the NES by HAL. Let's go ahead and take Joust, pop it into our Nintendo Entertainment System, and find out how this version flies. Let's go to the game. Joust was published by HAL America and carries a copyright year of 1988. It's based on the Williams Electronic 1982 arcade hit. It is a single-screen action game for 1 or 2 players. According to the manual, you are a futuristic hyperspace knight riding a space ostrich, jousting for your life against aliens. Forget flying cars, the future is in space ostriches. In Joust, whoever is higher when you make contact with an enemy wins. So basically your goal is to sit on your opponent with your space ostrich. I don't know why, but I just really enjoy saying space ostrich. In the game, you must use the D-pad to control your direction, the A button to flap slowly, and the B button to continuously flap faster. I also used a turbo button, but this game is all about controlling momentum, so sometimes going too fast can backfire. There are 3 main enemies in the game that you joust. From easiest to hardest, they are the Bounder, the Hunter, and the Shadow Lord. When you successfully joust one, they turn into an egg. When an egg lands on a ledge, it will turn back into a fighter if you don't touch it first. Later stages have open lava pits that can destroy the eggs as well as yourself. If a jouster, including the enemies, gets too close to the lava pits, a troll hand will try and drag them in. Once you defeat all the jousters and their eggs, you move on to the next stage in an endless game. If you stay on the stage too long, an invincible pterodactyl will appear. Unlike most other versions of Joust, there is no way to defeat him. You must clear the stage to make him go away. There are some bonus stages as well, like the egg stage, which is my favorite, where all your opponents start as eggs. You start the game with 5 lives and there are no continues and only one standard mode of difficulty. Graphically speaking, it is a better looking version of Joust than most other versions, even though Joust is not a graphic powerhouse to begin with. I also liked how it had an arcade style demo mode that explained to you how to play the game, but I did miss the exploding platforms. Music and sound wise, well, the sounds were okay, but this is probably my least favorite version of Joust sound wise that I've played compared to other versions. But I would say that this is a family friendly game. On eBay, loose copies typically go for $7 to $9. Complete copies were going for $20 to $35, and new copies were going for $80 to $100. And as always, those prices include the shipping. So can I recommend Joust on the Nintendo Entertainment System? Well, even though it looks good and plays okay, I'd rather play the Atari 7800 version with better sounds, the exploding platforms, selectable difficulties, and better controls. I actually had quite a bit of hard time controlling this version of Joust than I did just about any other version, even though it did control okay. So if you can play the 7800 version or the arcade version, I would go with that, but otherwise this version is passable for NES fans. So where am I going to rank Joust? Well, it's going to be kind of in the middle. At 15, I have Anticipation. I think I enjoyed Joust a little bit more than that. At 14, I have Pinball, and I like Joust more than that. But Galaga at 13, I enjoy Galaga more, so I'm going to put Joust at my new number 14 position. Joust, if you are a die-hard Joust and NES fan, you should check it out, but otherwise there are better versions out there. Right now, I'd like to give a shout out to Rosdower over at the Atari.io forums. Thank you, Rosdower, for trading with me so I could get this game, and thank you, Atari.io, for having a cool website. If you enjoyed this video, would you please click the like and subscribe buttons? Don't forget to check out my other videos with over 150 posted covering Sega, Nintendo, Atari, and more. There's something for just about any retro fan. Thank you guys for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and Space Ostrich!